Reach high, aim high, and obtain. I posted my video recently on how I made Artisan vanilla. And I realized, and it just really bothered me, the color difference between these two bottles. And I was like, well, this one I've never touched. This one I've used to a point, refill it with vodka, used to a point, refill it with vodka multiple times. And then I went, it's diluting it. Because why? I'm not giving it time to re-infuse the liquid that I've added. So I've been basically waiting over a year to use it, and then I'm basically messing up, I realized. And I went, I'm sure I need to share my genius solution so this doesn't happen to somebody else. After you take the time to wait the year or longer, but at least the year, to get to this beautiful, untouched, very darkly infused color versus this very diluted brown looking color now. So what I did is I took, this was an old vanilla bottle that I cleaned, took the label off of, and I replaced it with a label of my own using my Diamond label maker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this bottle so I'm not constantly retouching and diluting my original batch. And I'm going to fill this, I should say, with my vanilla. And then I'm going to refill the vanilla bottle with what I've taken out, and then I'm going to leave it alone. And by leaving it alone, it's the equivalent of I'm re-infusing the vanilla and giving it time to make sure it's at its strength again. So that is my genius idea here that I know will help everyone, because I just realized that the other day. I was like, why am I doing that? I'm not giving it time to get its strength again. So I'm going to refill my bottle then with vodka. And now I've got a good bottle of my homemade Artisan vanilla that I can now use to do my amounts of teaspoons here and there without affecting my original bottle. And I'm going to put more vodka at least the 40% and at least 3 times distilled, but I prefer the 7 times distilled vodka. And then I'm just going to let this sit. And then when this empties, this will ideally have reinfused, because it'll take me so long ideally to use this. So it won't be so much dilution going on. So I'm going to refill my bottle here. The more the merrier, right? And wipe that off. Put my cap back on. I'm gonna hold it, give it a good shake. And then I'll put my, oh, look at how much darker that is already. See that? I think it's darker now because I shook it. And then what we'll do is we'll put my cover on it and just let it do its thing. And then we'll keep reusing this bottle until it's empty. And that'll give time for the liquid to become re-infused over here, so we can get back to this beautiful color of the untouched vanilla that I made over a year ago. And then that way we'll have wonderful results going forward and actually have a true continuous vanilla extract supply.